RT is sitting down with author, former governor of the state of Minnesota, former actor, radio and TV host, a man of many titles and a wild biography, and a controversial public figure in the United States, Mr. Jesse Ventura. Thank you very much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
You've had your share of pretty explosive encounters with the mainstream media in America, and you've accused the media of covering up government lies. Where do you stand now? How much can the mainstream media in America be trusted?
I don't think much at all. They're a soundbite news now, if you get what I mean, soundbite. There's no depth to anything. Plus, our major news organizations have really almost become monopolized. There's only like 3. Our media today is into creating the news rather than reporting it. And that's very dangerous when they're creating news rather than reporting it.
When you appear on the mainstream media, how much do you expect your voice to be heard?
Oh, I expect it to be heard very much, because far too many people in this country only rely on the mainstream media for any information. But, you know, the internet is getting super powerful now, and that'll be next. See, that's what the government has to control next, is the internet. Whenever government says they're going to keep you safe, get ready, because you're going to lose your freedoms.
Now Fox News can't get enough of RT. Our interview with former radical anti-war activist and now Chicago professor Bill Ayers made entertainer Bill O'Reilly flip out.
We have to get the United States to participate in the world. You know, the idea that we've been a force for good for the last 6 decades is utter nonsense.
Don't you just want to slap him? You saw the Russian interviewer nodding off like this. I mean, that's what she was doing. She had no idea. She didn't even speak English.
Well, you're not interested in the mainstream media at all, are you?
You know, I don't think it's where you get your news. I think the best place to get the news is The Daily Show, Comedy Central, The Onion. Those places, they're trustworthy. They're honest. They strip the mask off the hypocrisy. They do what the media is supposed to do.
Yeah, they assigned a Russian interviewer to interview that pinhead who didn't speak English.
So how much should the network that laws itself as the most trusted name in news be trusted?
It's part of what you call a shtick. So he goes to Rupert Murdoch, his boss, and he says, look, I've just upset the entire Russia. And Murdoch says, great, great. Well, you know, please remember that when it's time to give salary increases and give me a bonus.
She didn't even speak English.
As Americans begin to wake up to the thought that what their mainstream media says is often far from reality, the question rises as to whether the U.S. media's attention-grabbing gameplay could see its credibility fly out of the window. Anastasia Churkina, RT.
Remember that the vast majority of the media that we see and hear is controlled by just a handful of massive corporations, many of whom are the very same corporations trying to sell us their products through advertising. And remember that for the most part, these corporations are run by wealthy, white men. Even if they are good, honest people who care about the world, the system is inherently biased to favor those in control. Everyone understands the danger of allowing the government to have complete control over the media. We live in a democratic society, and democracy can only work if the voters are able to make informed decisions. We've seen from history what can happen when the government itself is in control of the information voters receive. Fewer people, unfortunately, understand the danger of allowing corporations to have complete control over the media. We live in a capitalist society, and capitalism can only work if the consumers are able to make informed decisions about their purchases. When the companies that control the primary sources of information in society are the very same organizations trying to sell us their products, they're able to decide what messages do and do not get heard.